I'm going live much earlier than I used to, simply because I just fell dead onto my couch here. It's not my couch, onto the couch here, and just noticed actually in terms of accountability, I want whoever's ever going to watch this to see me while I experience it. Not so much as to after going to talk about it, but actually, if I have the time, if I have the possibility to show myself, future self, and whoever's ever going to watch this in the very moment as to what I'm experiencing. So I just crashed dead on the couch, had an incredibly successful morning, very long training session, checked out another flat, incredible flat. If I ever going to get it, I'm going to probably just, I don't know, be very, very thankful. Had some incredibly high level conversations on WhatsApp in a community where I feel like, man, this is probably the lowest, honestly, where people just don't care much beyond the superficial, yeah, feel you, yeah, but are not able to actually have deep and meaningful conversations, especially not public, because they could be shot down by some of the major prawlers and you know anyway. So I just sat down here and I noticed like my entire system was screaming for pleasure, some form of distraction. And there and then I've asked myself, so what is it exactly, bro? What are you trying to get distracted from? And I felt like, man, right now it's actually not really fun to be in this body. It's like I feel super worn out. I feel so effing tired. And it's just, the idea of, watching a couple of comics, maybe, online, or reading a book or watching a series or just something that gets me out of my body in such a tired and worn out state. And I really just wanted to share that, because that's literally what I'm trying to avoid in this situation. I'm trying to avoid the feeling of weakness, the feeling of tiredness, the feeling of perhaps physically feeling defeated, worn out, right? And as I've been sharing previously, what I would do then is just, lay here and allow that feeling to happen. And eventually, how would you say, eventually, I think I would concede defeat to sleep. So I would just eventually fall asleep. And here right now, there's a deep urge in me to stay busy, to stay productive, to not fall in that deep limbo of nothingness, of darkness, and unconsciousness. And it's very interesting. It's really, honestly, it's very, very fascinating to notice how I'm grasping or grabbing for entertainment and pleasure. And another thing that came up this morning while I was pretty hyped and training and feeling good and strong in my body, at least to some degree, there was that notion where I noticed that I have the tendency to just want to harvest, right? And I've been sharing that on a couple of stories today. That I feel that I just want to, like, if you're just going to harvest all the time, there's nothing ever going to grow. And I feel like the same counts for that busyness, that entertainment, that pleasure inducing hunt for continuous well feeling. Yes. And so when I've been, when I'm caring or tending, or yeah, I would say tending to my community, the people that I work with, that I train with, that I create courses for, that I create workshops and seminars for, and that I try to stay in touch with, and see, to as many as I can as to how they're doing, what are they doing, that's when I help things grow. That's when my system is growing. That's when I feel I am growing. That's when the community is growing. If I just go out there and just need to sell my stuff to I don't know how many people at the time, trying to sell, trying to consume, trying to search and look for whatever I can take and get, that's when I'm trying to harvest something that I've never actually taken care of, helping to grow, right? And so I felt like that the whole entertainment concept of trying to get that pleasure is basically, I don't want to actually do much, right? But I still want to feel good for having done nothing. So that was something that I noticed this morning and crashing here on the couch just a moment ago. I noticed I really want to share that today because I was just here on the couch and I felt like, okay, so I want to consume, I want to take, I want to harvest, right? I want to take as much as I can to feel good, to feel pleasurable. And doing this challenge here, this detox challenge, away from distraction, away from entertainment, away from constant and bland and I would say stupid pleasure consumption, really brings me to the conclusion, again, as I shared yesterday, that I'm pretty helpless in terms of building, you know, a lasting, sustainable quality and quantity of beautiful things. And I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm completely helpless in the sense nothing like, I'm not able, but I just observed over the past, now today's day 14, just observed over the past days and weeks how little that I actually care for building things sustainably in terms of giving back to me what I have been helping to grow beforehand, right? So that is kind of like where I noticed today. I really wanted to just share that in the very moment, as opposed to waiting until the end of the day, taking notes, etc., for the sake of accountability. Again, like I'm still on it. I am still true to it. I'm still, you know, taking it as serious as I possibly can, trying to stay away from social media, from books, reading, and watching series, television, etc. Any screen entertainment devices. I'm trying to stay away from video games, etc. And yeah, that's just me checking in today, a little earlier as usual, because I felt like, hey, this is important to me. I am currently trying or fighting with that notion. Just consume something. Give yourself that pleasurable moment of satisfaction, of warm and feeling home right in my body, especially when I feel so fucking tired as right now. So yeah, that's me. That's basically checking out. I really hope that you could take away something from my chattering. If not, all the better. Never come back. If yes, all the better. Come back tomorrow. Today, 14th day of a 21-day detox challenge. And I'm really looking forward to checking in tomorrow with you guys. Take care.